to the Sports Chat. This is Star 103.5 FM. My name is Jones, ADZI. A lot happening in the world of sports. This morning, yesterday, Kumasi Asante KOTOKO were at home. No, not at home. They were away to LEGON Cities and lost. Yes, yesterday they lost. Surprisingly, LEGON Cities turned Kumasi Asante KOTOKO. Get to listen to both coaches. And then, of course, we would move to the foreign scene because yesterday, in the FL Cup, a lot of interesting games and a lot of surprising results. Manchester United finally they sacked their coach and they got a win there. Doesn't mean that it was the coach who was actually not doing well. Well, we'll get to listen to their new interim manager, Ruud van Nistelrooy. He was actually in managing the team, and they actually got that win there. And then also, we would move to the Manchester City coach. Yesterday, they were knocked out. Yes, they were knocked out by Spurs. Yeah, so City actually out of the EFL Cup, and a surprising one coming in from the EFL. And Chelsea ahead of Manchester United's game on Sunday. Also actually lost to Newcastle United by 2-1. Don't forget that they actually played 2-0 on Sunday. They played, and then Chelsea won that game in the English Premier League by 2-1. And this time around, it was a revenge for Newcastle. Sweet revenge. They actually won that game by 2-0. They also bring you results from other European leagues, and then would get into see what's be happening this weekend. But then, big one coming in from the Wafu B tournament. Surprising one for a sad one. Yesterday, the final happened, and then we saw Ghana take on the Nigerian side, yes, in the under-20 Wafu final, and Ghana actually lost that game by 2-1, surprising one. And I would get details from that game as well. So, packed this morning. Obviously, let's start from Kwesi Fabian. So yesterday, LEGON Cities, who have not won a game the whole season, and after 7 games, they had just 2 points, and on the back of another draw against Accra Lions yesterday, came out surprisingly as they beat Kumasi Asante KOTOKO by 2-1. And here is coach Kwesi Fabian speaking after the game. He was so excited, and he said, see, we've been working very, very hard for this, and I know that it was going to pay off, and this game was going to be our turning point. Let's get to listen to Kwesi Fabian, coach of LEGON Cities.
Well, I feel good. I feel great. Beating no team like KOTOKO, it's a good feeling, and I thank God for that.
Is it a turnaround for LEGON Cities?
Like I told you from the beginning, that this might be the turnaround, the turning point that we all need for us to take off our campaign in the league. So it's a good victory for us.
So what really worked for you today?
Well, we told the boys that playing KOTOKO, if you excel, that's where people see you. So they should do their best, and then I think they did well.
All right.
So there you have an elated coach Kwesi Fabian. I actually met him on Sunday. Yes, he goes to my church. So big shout out to the top of this church. So Kwesi Fabian finally getting first 3 points, and Kumasi Asante KOTOKO fans were not so happy with the win. They blamed the goalkeeper. They asked the coach to actually speak to the goalkeeper and make sure that he does well next time around. So where does this win actually leave LEGON Cities FC? Of course, yesterday goal scorers, we saw first goal in the 23rd minute coming in from Albert Yeboah, and then Kumasi Asante KOTOKO equalized in the 76th minute, Albert Samoa, and then in the 90th minute, 9 members of the game, a resilient LEGON Cities coming back to score in the 90th minute. Rahim Yahaya Abdul scoring there to give them their final first 3 points. And what does it mean? It means that LEGON Cities now have 5 points. Yes, and they are off the bottom place table. So let's get to listen to coach of Kumasi Asante KOTOKO, who could have actually gone top yesterday if they had beaten LEGON Cities, and now they still remain second now, playing the outstanding game. I'll bring you the full table after the outstanding game, but then let's get to listen to Prosper Nate Ogum, who actually spoke not too happy, not too sad after that game.
2 halves. Yeah, not the best of ways, especially if you look at the way we played in the second half. it shouldn't have happened, but then it has, and we just have to put ourselves together and then move on.
Your fans are not happy you lost against the least team on the league log. What are you telling them?
It happens all over the world. He who is down fears no fall. I think slight loss of concentration. That's it. If you look at both goals that they scored, I mean, it was just loss of concentration.
So, Coach Prosper Natogum says you should understand that he who is down needs fear no fall. So, KOTOKO fans, please be calm. And now also, Prosper Natogum, during the mandatory post-match conference, says that LEGON cities were lucky and they were unlucky.
I don't think so. I think we won the game. Basically, the ball was in their half. We were just not lucky. That's what I want to say.
Okay, so what will you say caused the defeat today?
I think we didn't start the game very well. The first half, we didn't, in terms of our structure, we didn't actually do well within the structure. So I think the second half substitutions made us better and then kept putting the pressure on them. So I think it was there.
Are you disappointed?
Right, so Coach Prosper Natogum, Dr. Prosper Natogum, coach of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, speaking after their defeat to LEGON Cities. So this is how the table looks like after all the teams have played their 8 games. So 8 games in the Ghana Premier League, and Bibiani Gold Stars are on top with 18 points. Kumasi Asante Kotoko are second with 15 points. Midiama third with 15 points. Nations FC are fourth with 13. Brekum Chelsea are fifth with 13, and then AFC Samatex sixth with 13. Bando Hearts of Lions are 7th, 11 points. And Swatramai FC lie 8th with 10 points. With 10 points, Beijing United lie 9th. And then 10 points as well, Vision FC lie 10th. Karela United are 11th, 9 points. Accra Hearts of Folk are 12th on the table with 9 points. And then Young Apostles 13th with 9 points. Basake Holy Stars 14th with 8 points. And then Aduana Stars are 15th with 7 points. Accra Lions are 16th with 7 points. And then we see LEGON Cities yesterday, after their win, they've moved from bottom place to 17th position with 5 points. And then the last team, ladies and gentlemen, is Dreams FC, who are languishing at the bottom of the Ghana Premier League with just 4 points. All right, so there you have the outstanding game. Interesting game it was, a game of emotions from the Ghana Premier League. Now, let's move on to Wafu. Yesterday, Ghana were beating the Jollof Derby. The Jollof Derby didn't go in Ghana's favor at all yesterday, as Ghana lost by 2-1. Actually, Ghana suffered 2 goals and then had to come back to score 1 and looked for the search actually for the equalizer, but then the Nigerian lads were too strong for them. So that game ended 2-1 in favor of Nigeria. So Nigeria are champions of West Africa, the under-20 side, of course. So the under-20 category, congratulations to Nigeria. But then don't forget that Ghana, we've already qualified for the AFCON. The most important thing is qualifying for the AFCON, and they've done that. Congratulations to them. I mean, the coach has always been saying that they are doing a lot, and GFA has backed them. So big shout out to GFA for putting things in place for our boys and making sure that they had a comfortable journey there. Congratulations to Nigeria. Congratulations to Ghana. Both teams are going to be in the AFCON next year, the under-20 AFCON next year. Okay, now let's fly. Don't forget that today the GFA will be meeting with FIFA officials from FIFA on the video assistant referee. I don't know what you make of that. Do you think that VAR would work in Ghana? Well, drop a comment. Of course, we're live on Facebook. It's Facebook STARR 103.5 FM, star 103.5 FM. And then let me know if you think that the video assistant referee would work in Ghana very, very well, and you think that it would actually help us. Because today and tomorrow, FIFA will be meeting the Ghana Football Association and then the referees board and all the stakeholders to actually start talking about bringing the video assistant referee to our Ghana Premier League and probably the other lower leagues. We'll get to see. And of course, as I always say, time is an informant and time will tell. Okay, now let's just switch attention to the European scene, because yesterday, Manchester United, who had sacked their manager on Monday, Eric Ten Hag on Monday, had to play Leicester City in the EFL Cup, and they had to come in strong, winning that game by 5-2. So I understand that ever since Eric Ten Hag was there, they had never scored 5 against a Premier League side. Yesterday, they scored 5 against a Premier League side, and that game was actually managed by former Manchester United striker Ruud van Nistelrooy, and this is what he had to say after that game.
Yeah, it was the case. I have to say that we scored some great goals. The first one was an absolute beauty from Casemiro. I have to also say that we had some luck as well. 2 posts, and it comes to Casemiro's feet. Bruno with the free kick, and it's deflected and it's in, but it's his first one of. After a long time, I'm so happy for him that he's on the score sheet twice with a good finish in the second half, and Garnacho, of course, with a very good finish with a Diogo cross. So the 5 goals, but as I said before, I have to say the chances against West Ham and Fenerbahce and QPR, we created so much more and bigger chances, and we couldn't finish, and all of a sudden we had some luck on our sides. And that made it a great.
Right. So according to Ruud van Nistelrooy, who is an interim manager for Manchester United at this moment, it made it a great win for them. Luck was on their side, and they scored 5 goals against Jordan Ayew's Leicester City. So Jordan Ayew started that game, and then we also saw Abdul Fattah Ishaku not in that game. Yes, he was actually not in that game. Well, to another Ghanaian. Tariq Lamptey was in Brighton's game as they lost to Liverpool by 3-2. Interesting game it was. So Brighton are out. Of course, Leicester City are out as well. Crystal Palace went to Aston Villa and beat Aston Villa by 2-1. Aston Villa are just stealing points from the big boys. They are like Robin Hood. Yeah, so they're stealing points from the big teams and then giving it to the small teams. So Crystal Palace beating Aston Villa by 2-1. So Aston Villa are also out of the EFL Cup. And Preston lost to Arsenal by 3-0. Newcastle United were home and beat Chelsea by 2-0. A lot of mistakes coming in from Chelsea. They were pressed high, and it caused them to make mistakes, and Newcastle punished them there. And the biggest game for the night was when Tottenham Hotspur played Manchester City. And a 2-1, Manchester City lost to Tottenham Hotspur. We saw the 5th minute goal coming in from Timo Werner. Yes, he was assisted by Dejan Kulusevski. And then in the 25th minute, Pape Matar scored once again from a corner kick. Dejan Kulusevski giving that assist there. So City scored in the 45th minute of additional time, and they scored Matheus Nunes. But then that game actually caused both sides. We saw a lot of injuries from both teams there. So that game ended 2-1. Well, here is Pep Guardiola speaking after the game, and he says he's so proud of his team, Manchester City.
It was a good game. Really tough in the transitions, but we played really, really good. Especially we started really well. The first action they could run, they scored, but another fantastic goal. Second one, but after last 20-25 minutes, we were really, really good. In the second half, they have 2-3 actions transitions, but in general, we make a really good performance. I'm so proud. So I like the way we're playing. 13 players, so we are in real difficulty, but we have to make the effort the last week because the guys who played finished most of them with problems. So we'll see how is recovery, but I think when we are in trouble, like we are, because in 9 years never had in the situation that many injuries for many reasons, and never had the feeling when in these situations, the players, they make a step forward. They are more together than ever, and we will try to do this week in this short time for recovery.
Okay, so there you have Coach Pep Guardiola speaking after that game. So they are also out of the EFL Cup. What the season is going to be, and the draw for the quarterfinals of the EFL Cup. Let me just bring you the draw on. Of course, the matches would happen on December 17th and then December 16th. So Tottenham Hotspurs are billed to take on Manchester United. Arsenal would play Crystal Palace. Thomas Partey's Arsenal taking on Crystal Palace. Newcastle United come up against Brentford, and then Liverpool plays Southampton. So 8 teams in the Carabao Cup. And which team are you gunning for? Your favorite team is probably out. Maybe Chelsea. They're out. I don't know. But then for Manchester United fans, they were actually happy in yesterday's game there. So now let's move on to the Italian Serie A. Yesterday we saw some interesting games from the Italian Serie A. Empoli were home with a red card, a man down, and they actually lost to Inter Milan by 3-0. Venezia beat Udinese by 3-2. A red card for Udinese there. Atalanta beat Monza by 2-0. And then Juventus also played out a 2-2 draw with Parma in the Eredivisie. Feyenoord were at home, and surprisingly they lost to Ajax by 2-0. So Ajax are gradually coming back, and our Ghanaian boy Ibrahim Osman, he was in action for Feyenoord there, but then he couldn't actually help the team win. So they lost to Ajax by 2-0. Okay, let's quickly end with some news coming in from FIFA. So they've named Hisense as the first official sponsor of the 2025 Club World Cup in the US, where 32 teams will compete in an expanded tournament. Hisense will gain exclusive branding opportunities, aligning with a strategy to reach global sports fans. So this partnership also highlights FIFA's focus on engaging fans and enhancing their tournament experience in there. So let's see how that goes in the FIFA Club World Cup. Okay, that should do it for sports this morning. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. We'll bring you all the highlights from the EFL Cup, and then some highlights from the Italian Serie A, and then we'll also be looking into the Ghana-Nigerian game. What went wrong for Ghana? I mean, are they still a good side moving forward? We'll get to bring you all that. But then, let me say a big good morning, big shout out to our people, Mami Yabas and Mami Yababs, and then director. Thank you so much for the JC. Of course, you can see that I'm in my NFL JC this morning, and thank you so much for the JC, and I appreciate it so much. All right, my name is Jose DZI. This is Star 103.5 FM, and we outside.